We are back, guys, today with another 6 PM content review. It is the final day of Ultimate Scream, but it is also League SBC Day, so we are going to see if EA have listened to the community and changed some things up. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, leave the video a like rating, and let me know down below what you think of today's content, and as a whole, what do you think of Ultimate Scream. Without further ado, let's get into things. And so here we go, another day with some good content. Thankfully, EA have actually listened to us. EA have changed up the League SBCs. Not all of it. They've only changed up the minor League SBC. But it is still something. And that is super important because it should make the cost of grinding this game a lot cheaper. Super excited. We're going to go through that in a second. However, Prime Time is coming tomorrow. We have 3 brand new heroes coming into the game. Daniele De Rossi is one of them, and that is a card I would love to get my hands on. I think he was one of the best midfielders. Won't ever go down as like the sort of the top tier midfielders, but from a hero status, he is one of the best that has ever graced the sort of the pitch in Italy. So he is coming in, and there is 2 more coming along with him as well that I've seen. So hopefully some really good content to come. It is going to be basically like the Road to the Knockout tournament style. In terms of what you get the base card, and then if your club earns 7 or more points in the next 4 matches, they get a +1. So you basically need to win 2 and draw 1. Shouldn't be that hard to do, especially sort of the top tier teams should be doing that. You get a roll plus and a roll plus. Is that just it? Yeah, it must be. Unless is it? Oh, weak foot and skill moves, isn't it? So I think you get a rolls plus and a skill moves or weak foot. I'm not 100% sure. If the player has 1 appearance in a win, which is quite good. Rolls plus for a midfielder or attacker if they get 1 goal or an assist in the next 4 games. And then if you are a defender, you get 1 clean sheet or 0 yellow cards or red cards in the next 4 matches. So again, you would presume the clean sheet will be easier. Interesting to see that though as well. By the sounds of it, no goalkeepers in this promo, which is also interesting, unless actually goalkeepers can come under defenders, so that might be why there. If your club finishes top 8 in the league phase, you will either get a +1 in terms of play styles, as long as you don't already have one, and then it is just going to be a +1 to skill moves and weak foot if you already have a playstyle, and then a +1 overall rating as well if your club scores 1 goal in the next 4 separate games. So again, you want clubs to sort of basically earn 7 points and score 4 separate goals. And then obviously if your club does well, there will obviously be different bits and bobs. So it's basically Road to the Knockout in short. But it's good to see. It's another live promo. I quite like the idea of the live promos just because it's a little bit more engaging. It makes it feel like, you know, the real world games do have a bigger impact on these cards. Again, Ultimate Scream as boosts is great, but it doesn't have like a real football tie, so it will mean that whenever I watch the Champions League and I pack a random player from, I don't know, PSV, Liverpool against PSV is the next Champions League game. Okay, as much as I want Liverpool to win, I could do with PSV scoring, because if they can do that for the other 3 games, I get a +1. So it does add quite a nice bit of kind of jeopardy to the games if you're watching them just as a neutral, which is good. In terms of weekly objectives, we need to score 5 goals with a World Tour player, assist 3 goals with a cross, play 10 games, win 6 games, and score 10 goals with a Mexican player. So again, fairly easy if you go into a game of squad battles. It will give you another, what is this, 1500 season progress, which is quite nice. We've got nothing new in terms of live event campaigns. We obviously have Scardina, that's it. He is finishing tomorrow at 6 PM, so make sure to complete that. And then, yeah, that is it for now in terms of objectives. So nothing really too spectacular, but then again, it is Thursday. Thursdays are normally sort of known to be quite light in terms of content. Recently, they have been a lot better. We do have a brand new Evo coming in today. It is a free Evo, and it actually looks fairly decent. It might not be the best Evo in the world, but Saved by the Bell is here. The ghostly right back blurs the lines between defense and attack with the spine chill and speed, terrifying opponents, and unleash your squad offensive charges. So, max 79 rated for the card. Cannot be a centre-back either. The one that I think most people are going to look for in this is, I don't know actually if I have him in my club. I might not by the looks of it. Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker does fit into this. He's a 79 rated, I'm pretty sure. So, again, he's a really good option. Kadioglu actually would be a nice card, considering he can play sort of right back and left back as well. You are wanting somebody who's already got good defending, considering that doesn't get touched. It does take them to an 84 rated, so the likelihood of another Evo boost soon is quite likely, so that's okay. Especially if you take somebody like, say, a Ruben Neves, he can obviously then go into a centre mid Evo. And I think as a centre mid, this card could actually end up being quite nice. So definitely worth sort of looking at the players you've got available to you. Again, Cook is the type of card that, yes, he won't get like the best boost in the world, but with the second Evo, if there's already one there, obviously there's actually quite a few CDM Evos, so he could actually fit into something quite nice. And then, yeah, there's a few other just different bits and bobs. I personally don't see anything too spectacular with this, but it's one of those where you will chain the Evo, and that obviously will make the card better. Weah's in there as well. That's not a bad card to have. He can play as a right mid. Again, Maitland-Niles, he can play as a right winger as well, so it's a different option. There's lots of different players you could easily choose for this. It's not going to be too difficult to find one, and I presume it's going to be fairly simple to complete. Play 3, win 2, win 2. So it is going to take 10 games to do, which is quite a lot, but there's some decent boosts coming in, especially with the rolls and stuff, which is quite nice. So that is that in terms of Evos. In terms of SBCs for today, we will start off with our base icon matchday pick. We've got a brand new one of these coming in. This was only leaked today, which is unusual for the leakers to sort of let something not come out straight away. There is another one of these icon picks expected to come. We thought that was coming today. Unfortunately, it's not, but it's a choice of Schmeichel, Beckham, or Philipp Lahm. Now, personally, having a goalkeeper icon card is very useful in terms of chemistry. Going into sort of team of the year, this is the type of card that you're probably going to have in your team for quite a while. Philipp Lahm, I actually think, is a very good option as a card. With Intercept Plus this year, it's quite important. David Beckham, I'm not so intrigued by, if I'm 100% honest with you. I don't know. There's never a good card for me for David Beckham, even though he's a very good player. Doesn't really feel it in game. It is going to be 184, 185, 286s, and an 87 rated team. All in all, you need 2 Team of the Weeks, which isn't too many. It is there for the next 3 weeks as well, so plenty of time to do this. There is obviously going to be plenty of opportunities to upgrade different players in different positions. It might be that you need a right back icon or a CDM icon. Philipp Lahm fits that, or it might be you need a goalkeeper icon. Schmeichel fits that, so it's there as an option, which is quite nice. We do also have Become a Knight. Celebrate David Beckham's knighthood with a small Electrum Players pack and a 5-match loan of his base card. So, good option if you want to see what David Beckham's like. If you do like this card, then you can obviously go ahead and submit sort of the icon pick SBC instead. But for an 80 rated team with one England player, just nice to sort of get rid of sort of any sort of like low rated fodder in the club. It's kind of ideal. And then the only other bits and bobs we've got marquee matchups. That's a rare mixed player pack. This will be quite good to do if you've got a few bits available. An Electrum, a mixed, a premium mixed, and a prime mixed. So lots of silver cards available, lots of bronzes. They might be a little bit down in price, but they might also be a little bit up in price. Just depends on how people react to these League SBCs. They're there for the next 2 weeks. So again, EA sort of keeping it available to change. If we don't like something, they might change it for us, because it is the Mixed League SBCs that is updated. It is now the Saudi League or the Romanian League. It is the first time the Romanian League has ever been introduced into League SBCs. But now, grinding bronze packs is going to be super useful. The Romanian League and Saudi League, super easy to get hold of. The Serie A, the Serie B and the Bundesliga 2, again, should be fairly simple. The Ligue 2 and the La Liga High Promotion, again, fairly easy to do. And then with the amount of gold cards in the MLS this year, especially the MLS or the Championship, I think that's going to be fairly simple. So these haven't changed in terms of the packs back. You do get 2 tradable packs and then 2 untradable packs. What this does offer, though, is a full silver pack, a half silver pack, a half silver pack, and a third silver pack. But then you also get bronzes. And that is super useful, because the more you grind that, the more packs you open of the lower variety, which means the easier it should be to go ahead and get the Libertadores and Sudamericana. The rating hasn't changed in this, still 68 rated, still max 4 from the same club, which is quite nice. The pack still is obviously the same, but it should just be that little bit easier to get hold of these cards. Obviously, Most of us will probably have 1 or 2 in the club. With the daily upgrades for the bronze, silvers, and golds, you are more than likely able to pack maybe 1 or 2. I've got 3 cards in here as of right now. That will be from completing the daily bronze SBC yesterday. In terms of Libertadores cards, I have 2. So currently already have 5. With obviously doing maybe 1 run through of the brand new League SBC, I might be able to get maybe another 2 or 3 cards. In terms of the value of these, I would presume the market has came down a little bit because obviously people will still want to do this, but by the looks of it, they haven't came down too much yet. I think naturally with the hype of people still wanting to do sort of like the main league SBCs, they will stay up a little bit, but worst case scenario, even if they stayed up in price, it is easier to obtain them and work towards getting them. So considering you get a small rare gold pack back for completing the Mixed League SBC, it is pretty worth completing. Apart from that, Zambo and Gisa has came in today, along with Bukart as well. Fortunately, Luis Diaz didn't win. Zambo and Gisa actually is one that I'm quite interested in. All round looks a very, very usable card for the Serie A Player of the Month. He is 3-star, 3-star. Centre mid, CDM and cam, so obviously very versatile in that instance as well. No playstyle plus, but he has got precision header, intercept, he's got aerial fortress, press proven, and relentless. All in all, not a bad card. In terms of what you need for him, it is 183, 284s, and an 85. Only 1 team of the week needed as well, so again, nice reduction in that, which is good to see. And then Burkhardt, he is coming in as an 81 and an 82 rated. 2 team of the weeks needed, so obviously keep the price up a little bit. But as far as it goes for a Bundesliga striker, it is a cheap option. It is an easy option. Very similar to the Patrick Schick card we had a few weeks ago. Again, nothing maybe too spectacular, but it is still usable, which is all in all very good. So, yeah, that is content. Considering it's a Thursday content video, quite a bit. Quite happy with it. We do have rival awards to claim. I think I got 21 points. I'll be 100% honest with you. At Wednesday midday yesterday, it did not feel like this grind was going to be worth it, so I have a 5 gold commons players pack, awful, a 75 times 7, which isn't too bad, 6.5k, which is alright, a 79 plus pick, and an 81 plus pick. I don't expect anything from this. It is just purely I was playing for the sake of playing. I do still need to get to Division 6 to be able to play in FUT Champs this week, which is not ideal. I said this last week and EA changed things up. They're not going to change it this week. So, unfortunately, I got to get my backside in gear to be able to do this for tomorrow. So, interesting to see how that will go. Hopefully, I will be done tonight. It is just so, personally for me, I am finding it very difficult in game right now to play. Nothing in terms of, like, the gameplay's bad or whatever. It's just, I'm just not good. And that is one thing I'm trying to get used to this year is I'm not really good at trading, never have been. I haven't really been excellent at gameplay, but again, I'm a little bit worse this year. Really, unfortunately for me, reviewing 6pm content is about the only niche I have, and even still, it's quite a niche to have. Basically telling you whether a card's good or not, even though I've got no experience in-game using them. But hey-ho, that is what we do for content. So to round things off for today, my 75 times 7 is not going to be anything of a warrant. It is going to be a Mikel Merino, I would presume, and I would guess nothing else in the back of it. Unfortunately not. Let me know down below if you did get anything good in Rivals and what you thought of Ultimate Scream. We'll be back for prime time tomorrow, and that is where we're going to leave it. I'm out. Peace.